My name is Tangwin. I'm 9 years old. Today I will show you about our resources. The first one is natural resources. Natural resources is things that come from nature that people use. So resources is things that people use like water, sunlight, or air. But natural is like nature, that it comes from nature. So two of these goes together, was called natural resources, meaning that these resources was come from nature. So people often use this. So maybe like water, sunlight, or air. So there are some natural resources that I know. So the next one is reduce. So we have reduce, reuse, and recycle here. So three of these will have the same part. You have re. And the first of it is also an R. So they often call this the 3R. So we use the 3R like a life cycle. We use the 3R. So we could keep our environment clean. So we could go in the 3R. I should make like a frame here. So the first one is reduce. Reduce is to use less of something. Maybe like using car. The car will make a lot of smoke, so it won't be good for our environment. So we should reduce. We should reduce it. So we should use less using car. We should ride a bicycle, walk, or maybe use electric car, electric bike, electric bus. So it could keep our environment clean. So reduce is to use less of something. Maybe you use a lot of plastic bag, and when you have finished, you throw it away. So you need to reduce. You need to use less plastic bag because plastic bag will keep a lot of time for it to die. So the next one is reuse. Reuse is to make something again. Like this pen, it was out of ink. So I won't throw this pen into the trash bin, but I will put more ink in it so that I was reusing the pen. Or maybe this box putting things in here, maybe it have already put things in here, but now all the things have already been used. I don't throw it into the trash, but I reuse it. Maybe I could put it like in my place so I could put things in it. Or maybe I could make a box to give my friend in their birthday. So I was reusing the box. So that was reduce and reduce. So the last thing of the 3R was recycle. Recycle is to make something new from something old. So that was like very close to you because your mom also said that you need to recycle. So if I reuse this, well, I just put it in here, so I was called reuse. But if I cut all those parts and then I make into a new thing, so that was called recycle. Because I don't reuse it, I still use it again, but I don't reuse it. I just put it in my place and I just use it like normal. But now this is recycle, so I cut out of this spreading part and then I make something in here. So that was called recycle. So reuse and recycle are different. So that was all the 3R. I have R. So if we use the 3R every time, so it could our environment would be cleaner. So the next one is metal, paper. Paper is a material that is used for making books and new paper. So this is paper. But yeah. So this is paper. So we often use paper for making book or newspaper. So this is a worksheet or something. Or maybe we could use it to make a notebook, a book. So in a book have a lot of pages. So all these pages are made of paper. So paper is a material that is used to make books and newspapers. Although paper is made from natural resources, it doesn't mean that paper was a natural resources, because paper comes from tree and people need to make chemicals factories and shape it so it could be a paper. So it wasn't from nature, it was from people. So it was made from people. The next one is nature. Nature is a hard, shiny material found in nature. So a metal is in nature, but if people gather it and shape it, so it wasn't in nature anymore, because it had to people made so they could shape it. So metal is a very hard, shiny material found in nature. But this frame is metal. So metal is often attracted by like glue. No. What? I don't remember. Later, if I remember, I will tell you guys. So the next one is glass. Glass is a material that is used for making windows, bottles, and clocks. So this is a glass. So this is a cup of glass. So be careful with glass, because if you let it fall down, it will break. And when glasses are break, it will make a lot of sharp shape. And when you put it, maybe you will bleeding. So you need to be careful when you use glass. Metal. I still cannot remember what metals are chalk with. I need to remember. Never mind. So they often make bottle and cup with glass, like the glass, like the cup that I have that you see. So we often call it glass. I think it was a glass, but we often call it glass. I don't know why. But the last one is plastic. Plastic is a light and strong material made by people. It was light, but it was very strong. So like this, it was very light. But it was also strong too. Strong, this means that it cannot break easily. So it was very light, but it wasn't like it was heavy. It was very light, but it was very hard to break. So in this part, I have a little bit of metal here. But this part was plastic. It was very light. It could move. But it was very hard to break. So that's why it was called strong. If we use a scissor, maybe the scissor will break, because this plastic was very strong. We cannot use our hand to break a plastic. And plastic is made by people. So you often see plastic bag here, but in plastic bag it won't be strong. It will be very easy for us to break it. But plastic bag was very harmful. It was harmful to our environment. So use less plastic. We often say that. Use less plastic. This is sticker made from paper. So that was all the vocabulary. Let's go to the chart here. The first one was, this chart was about natural resources. The first one was metal. So this is a nail here. A nail is a metal. Here. Yeah, so a nail was metal. You can see it also have hard. It also hard and shiny too. So all this part goes into here was called nail. So we use nails, it could get fit into things like this. In this side, I have a nail here. You can see my hand all going up. So we put a nail here so it could be good. It was from my school project or something. Later I will put it there. So we often use a nail to get things together. Maybe I want this wood and this wood together, so I put it in here and I use a nail and so it could be together. Maybe your clock it have a nail on the right spot. Maybe it wasn't a nail, but it had a lot of this one. It was like this. You think it was only like this, but this part have this part too. And then they have a thing like this, and they put all this part into here, and then it won't fall out. So that's how the clock, all this string don't fall out. So they just measure metal maybe to get things together, or they use for bracelet, or maybe this thing. So metal is from nature, but if anything was shaped like this, it was for people's hand, like this frame. So the next one is water. Water is nature. Mineral water is from nature. Mineral water was nature resources, but like orange juice or Coca-Cola or Pepsi, they are not nature resources. They have been through people making it. Maybe they have acid or something. So mineral water is nature resources. The next one is air. Air is our natural resources because people cannot make shape or something new in air. It was just invisible. It was still all over my house. It was invisible. We cannot see it. So when there's a wind whoosh back, so there was air. It was whoosh back and make us feel like cool. The next one is sunlight. Sunlight was natural resources, and it's always will be. Because the sun, people cannot change the sun, because if they go near the sun, it will be very hot, and the sun is very far from us. So sunlight is from the sun, and it spread all the light out. So we use sunlight in the morning, so it will be very shiny. If we look at the sun, maybe our eye will hurt. So the next one is oil. Oil is like, maybe you have like oil that you get it from like, maybe that was called fuel. Oil, maybe your oil when you go cooking. Fuel is a kind of oil too. So they use oil maybe for fuel or maybe cooking oil. So the last one is tree. So for tree, we make paper. So we cut down a part of tree, and then maybe I think they smash it and they do something. I don't know. But in the paper, I see that there's often a little bit of like dot spot here. I think that's what was from maybe because of like people printed, so it could have the spot. But like tree are nature. When the first tree, people don't have even exist, so it just grow by itself. And maybe some kind of like seed come down and the rain, sun, volcano, like something, it's grow. So a tree was a natural resources. But some trees are natural resources, like fake tree. They aren't natural resources. So that was all for today, our resources. Thank you for listening. Once again, bye-bye.